13 games above 500 is the guy who's won 11 games, winning his 11th last night. A.J. Burnett, the right-hander, has been absolutely outstanding.
Yes, he certainly has been outstanding, and it's at home where he's done most of his best work. Last night another big win for him. Our starters have been a little roughed up a little bit here over the last month, but he is always very consistent, and he's won. The Pirates have won all 10 of his home starts this year.
And his record is 7-0 at PNC Park this season. The standing ovations, something certainly A.J. Burnett could get used to. The fans have really come to embrace Burnett. And as his catcher, Rod Barajas, says, the Pirates have come to embrace this fan base.
Playing in front of a big fan, a supportive fan, that's what we love. We love that part of the game. And, hats off to the fans here in Pittsburgh. They've done an unbelievable job. You guys are supporting us, and we're having a blast. I'm sure you guys are having a blast, so hopefully we can keep this going all the way through October.
That would be the name of the game. Keep it going through October. The pitching matchup today, Jeff Karstens and Anibal Sanchez. PNC Park is the place to be as the Bucks go for the sweep over the Miami Marlins. First pitch coming up. Nothing like burgers in the Berg on a perfect Sunday afternoon as the Pirates tried to ride the power of Zoltan to a sweep over the Miami Marlins. It's game 3 of the 3-game set, and the Pirates trying to wrap up this season's series against the Fish. Joel Hanrahan visiting with one of the Miracle League players prior to the game. An autograph on a baseball is a great souvenir from an all-star. Clint Hurdle, always accommodating with many of the young fans who come out on the field before the game. Jeff Karstens has taken the hill as the Pirates are getting set to complete their warm-up tosses and get ready to go on this one. They're anxious to get after it against the Marlins. And let's take a look at Ozzie Guillen's lineup. as he sends out pretty much the same lineup he has sent out this entire series. Jose Reyes leading off, hitting .379 career at PNC Park. 10 RBIs in 21 games. He had a double last night, was 3 for 4 in game 1. Then Bonifacio, Lee, and Morris, and Ruggiano, Dobbs, and Infante. Brett Hayes does the catching today, replacing John Buck. And the pitcher, Anibal Sanchez, will bat 9th and face Pirates right-hander Jeff Karstens.
Take a look at Jeff's numbers. He's getting ready to make his 8th start of the season. His stats brought to you by the Western Pennsylvania Chevy dealers. Everything looking pretty good as that ERA is starting to come down now, and won't be long. Jeff will probably take another run off of it. Pitching well.
So the Pirates looking for their 54th win. Win today, by the way, will give the Pirates their 9,700th win as a franchise. Looking to get it done and welcome the Cubs for 3 starting tomorrow. But first things first, Pirates in final games of series this year, 19 and 11. Looking for number 20 there. Jose Reyes, he's a tough out, a switch hitter. Overall hitting .268. And Karstens delivers the first pitch of the game, and it's in there for a strike. Reyes waits at the plate for the Karstens pitch. And Jeff delivers strike 2. When Jeff is on, he doesn't fool around very much, and you're going to see something happen early in the count. Typically, he doesn't like to play deep into the count often. One ball and 2 strikes.
Make something happen with those first 3 pitches. He goes after the hitters. That is his mantra. Lives by it. Not afraid of the bats at any time.
Tried the breaking ball and missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jose Reyes. Ray Searage, pitching coach. See him checking his notes there. He enjoys coaching Karstens because he's got a good relationship with him. They understand each other. It seems like Ray's got a good relationship with all the pitchers on the staff, which obviously helps. A little bouncer to the left side. Alvarez has to hurry. He's not going to make the play. And the leadoff man is aboard. Defensively behind Karstens, starting in the outfield, going left to right, Alex Presley. Play left field. Andrew McCutchen, the all-star at center field. Garrett Jones back in right. Alvarez just saw him. And Jordy Mercer gets the start at short in favor of Clint Barmas. Barmas the day off. And Michael McHenry giving Barajas the day off. Jordy Mercer hit his first career triple last night. He's had his last 3 hits have been extra base hits, 2 doubles and a triple. And Michael McHenry giving Barajas a day off. Clint Hurdle saying that he wants Barmas and Barajas to be rested. So Mercer and McHenry going today.
That's pretty routine to split your catchers on a day game, night game scenario. Ideally, that's what you want to do most of the time. Tough work behind the plate. You catch late into the night. You don't want to come out.
Big count. Reyes picked off at first base by Karstens.
Well, the Marlins love to run, and Reyes one of the oh, look at that. You see what happened? Got him peeking. Every now and then, it's a good idea to throw to first base when you're not in the stretch, when you're looking in for the sign. The reason you do this is because the runner might be peeking in looking for the sign. And when you're in a stretch position, his eyes are all over you.
Line drive toward the shortstop. Mercer, quick throw, and Bonifacio with great wheels beats it out. That's what he does. He'll slap that ball the other way from time to time. Got it past the third baseman Alvarez and worked himself into a base hit. So 2 base hits, 1 out and 1 on. Don't expect Bonifacio to stay at first base very long.
Now we'll pick him off.
Well, Jeff certainly will be looking for it here. Carlos Lee at the plate.
The runners like to look in when you're looking for the sign, because they're trying to see if they can see something. They want to run on an off-speed pitch, curveball, something like that. So every now and then, give them a throw over there, even though you're not in a stretch. see if their eyes are somewhere other than you.
Lee takes outside. Ball 1. In the third inning of the game last night, Bonifacio was walked by Burnett. On the very next pitch, Carlos Lee bounced out to third. Didn't give the team's leading base stealer a chance to move himself over. 2-0 to Carlos Lee. Bonifacio, 25 stolen bases. He's been caught twice. Picked off just once. Again, the throw over. Jeff trying to work that timing where he's getting Bonifacio to walk off the base. Get him moving in the direction of second before he tosses to first. The 2-0 pitch coming to Lee. In for a strike.
Oh, Lee doesn't like it. Let's see where that pitch was. Right at the very top of the zone. It's a strike 2. Or also, I guess I should say. There's strike 2.
Yes, he went, says C.B. Buckner, the first base umpire. And you're right, that is strike 2.
Yeah.
And a strike also.
And I thought that was in the strike zone to boot. Surprised they waited for the swing call. Looked like a pretty good pitch to me. Yeah, there it is, number 4. Was that not just called a strike? Solid in the zone.
There goes Bonifacio, and Lee chops it foul at the plate. That's a good point. That wasn't even a borderline pitch.
No, I couldn't believe that it wasn't. That's why I said there's strike 2. I had no idea that they were going to not call that and wait for the check swing.
Bonifacio off of first, and Lee awaits the 2-2 pitch. Throw over, trying to keep him close. That was one of the questions asked to Clint Hurdle at the beginning of this series. How do you keep these guys from taking bases on you? They lead the majors in stolen bases with 93. He said, well, just don't let them on base. That's the easy answer. Lee looks at one inside.
Number 4 was in there, wasn't called. Where's this one? That definitely was inside.
Well, Karsten's now working on a 3-2 count on Carlos Lee. Top of the first, 1 on, 1 out. Bonifacio takes off, throw down. Doesn't matter. Ball 4. That 3-2 pitch would be interesting to get a look at.
Well, even if Michael thinks his pitch is a little off the plate, he still has to go through with it. There's no way you can wait for the call. Oh, yeah, that was definitely strike 3.
That's a strike.
See, 1, 2, 3.
Should have been a strike him out, throw him out, double play right there. Instead, you got 2 men on and 1 out.
Well, there were 2 balls in the strike zone for sure that weren't called strikes with Lee up there.
Dan Iassonia's got a very small strike zone early in the ball game. Iasonia behind the plate, Buckner at first, Wegner at second, and the crew chief Dale Scott is back at third base today.
And Dale Scott, I thought, had a nice strike zone last night. I thought it was a little generous, which, you know me, I like that. I like that generous strike zone. Maybe that means you're going to have a game that's pretty well paced. Surprising that the Marlins had a hard time taking advantage of that big strike zone.
The strike is called to Logan Morrison. Morrison, the left fielder, getting 242. Karstens has allowed just 1 run in his 2 starts at PNC Park this season. Looking to keep the run production low, blocked by the Fort. Since the beginning of last year, Karstens Has allowed more than 3 earned runs in only 4 of his 15 starts. One and one to Logan Morrison. Morrison 1 for 4 last night with a double. He was 1 for 4 in game 1 Friday night. Pitch outside. Carlos Lee's got a huge lead at first, almost asking to have Casey McGehee sneak in behind him. McGehee playing behind him, so Lee getting off way more than he normally would.
It's a really risky play to try and sneak in, to leave your position like that, and then have a ground ball go through that side. That's why Lee is feeling pretty confident getting off like that.
Right at McGehee. He'll go to second for 1. Mercer, the return throw. Karstens covering safe. I don't know if Karstens got his foot on the bag or not.
I don't think he did. He couldn't find the bag, I believe.
Bonifacio safe at third base. Lee forced at second. Morrison aboard on the fielder's choice.
Just talking about that ground ball to first. There it is. And this should have been a double play. Karstens is he's nowhere near the bag. He got lost.
This will bring up Justin Ruggiano. Runners at the corners, 2 down, and Ruggiano takes ball 1. Ruggiano hit his 7th home run of the season last night, an opposite field shot in the 2nd inning. And that was the only run Miami would get. Get it off of AJ. Ruggiano, longtime Tampa Bay Ray. Back and forth between the minor leagues and the big club, and this year getting a solid opportunity with Florida's other team. He's in right field with Giancarlo Stanton out after knee surgery. Marlins definitely missed Stanton's production. Ruggiano trying to make up for some of it with 7 home runs. Jeff Karstens, originally from San Diego, lives in Tampa. Fooled him with the off-speed pitch.
Slow curveball of his, 69 miles an hour. He will get it into the 60s several times during the afternoon. Takes a lot off it, and the hitter becomes fooled more by the lack of speed than anything else, although the ball does have a nice big break on it when he throws that pitch.
Here comes the 2-2 offering. Full count, so Morrison, the runner at first, will take off with this pitch. The Jets been deep into counts a little too often.
Yeah, this is not really like he normally pitches. He's thrown 23 pitches here. He has got ahead, but then can't seem to get the at bat over with quickly.
Walked him, and the bases are full of fish in the first.
Tried to go back to that real slow curveball, but he couldn't duplicate the pitch.
.24 pitches. 13 balls, 11 strikes.
Yeah, this is definitely un-Karstens-like here in the first inning.
2 outs, bases full. Still an opportunity to get out of this, facing Greg Dobbs.
One thing he's going to think about perhaps at the end of the inning when he's sitting over there is, I wish I would have had my foot on the bag on that double play. At this point, all it's cost him is several more pitches.
Pitch to Dobbs. Missed 1-0. Dobbs has been up with the bases loaded just once this year. He's 0 for 1. And the Marlins over the last 4 games are 2 for 29 with runners in scoring position. So they've not been getting guys in lately. Ray Searage will have a word with Jeff Karstens as he starts Dobbs off with ball 1. Obviously, you like to have that nice quick 1-2-3 inning. You can't always have it. He may have been squeezed a bit too by the home plate umpire.
Yeah, with Lee up there, certainly was squeezed. But you know, that's just like errors in the field, or little weak bloopers falling in. It's just part of the game, and you got to deal with it. There's going to be times where guys make great plays in the field. Line drives are hit at people, and umpires give you a pitch that's 3 inches off the plate. They'll give it to you for a strike sometimes. So it all evens itself out. But when it's not going your way for a moment, you got to figure out a way to still get it done.
Bonifacio is at third base. Logan Morrison, the runner, at second, and Justin Ruggiano is at first base. Base is full for Greg Dobbs. Playing again for Hanley Ramirez, who expects to be back in the lineup tomorrow night in Miami. Ozzie Guillen keeping Ramirez out one more day with a hand infection. He actually was in the hospital here in Pittsburgh Friday. Cut his hand just before the All-Star break. Hanley Ramirez did. As he used a cooling fan in the dugout as a punching bag and sliced open his hand a bit. Got infected. On one pitch. Ooh, off speed. Fooling Dobbs, and it's 1-2. Marlins trying to jump out to an early lead. Karsten's trying to make sure that doesn't happen. 1-2 to Dobbs. Base is full. To right field, and Garrett Jones will put it away, and the Marlins will leave him loaded in the top of the first. Karstens wriggles off the hook. Pirates coming to the plate when we return to PNC Park. Yellow Lab taking a little swim. Heading to the bottom of the first inning. The lineup for the Pirates brought to you by Toyota. Presley, Walker, and McCutcheon, 1-2-3. Then Jones in the cleanup spot. Casey McGee hitting fifth. Pedro Alvarez. How about Pedro during the day? 301 the average. 13 of his 20 home runs have come under the sun. And 30 of his 56 RBIs in day games. Anibal Sanchez will deliver the first pitch for the Marlins this afternoon to Alex Presley. And strike is called.
A solid big league starting pitcher. Sanchez has pitched about 200 innings the last couple of seasons with a mid-3 ERA. He can be tough to beat.
Quickly ahead of Presley, 0-2. Alex walked twice in last night's game, scored both times. Ended up going 0 for 3, but contributed by getting on base and coming around. The 5-1 victory. Puts this one through the hole on the left side, and that's a base hit. Leadoff single for Alex Presley. Defensively for the Marlins this afternoon, in the outfield left to right, Logan Morrison, Emilio Bonifacio, and Justin Ruggiano. Greg Dobbs back at third today. Jose Reyes at short. Omar Infante at second with Carlos Lee, the first baseman, and Brett Hayes doing the catching, making his first start of this series. Neil Walker batting .301. Pirates with a couple of hitters in the threes hitting back to back. Walker at .301 and then McCutchen on deck at .371. And Neil bounces this one foul for strike one. Walker had an extra base hit in the first inning of last night's game. Also, he drove in a run.
He certainly has been one of the main cogs this last month of the season. With that bat in his hand as he has now, and with that glove out at second base.
Watch that one go for a ball. Over his last 3 home games, he's gone 8 for 12 with 2 home runs. He's hit safely in 11 straight home games, hitting .439 over that stretch, 18 out of 41, and in July a .450 average. And only McCutchen has more hits than Neil Walker in July.
You can go on and on also with some of the plays he's made out on defense, turning some very important double plays, around the horn double plays that he's been able to turn and get that second out on.
Over first, Presley back.
He certainly, I think, is emerging by the end of this year as one of the very best second basemen in the league. People have, I think, stamped his name up there.
He's climbing the Pirates charts as well in terms of that position, just in home runs alone. Walker with 32 home runs as a second baseman. That's 6th on the club's all-time list. Rennie Stennett and Jose Castillo tied for 4th with 33 apiece, so he's just behind those two. And Johnny Ray 3rd at 36, so those guys are in striking distance. Neil Walker, hometown kid, has been putting on a show this year. Certainly, you might not look at the home runs and say, wow, with only 8 that doesn't wow you, but the situational hitting has been very good. John Wehner describes him as a professional hitter. Fouls this one off on the count 2-2. Anibal Sanchez from Maracay, Venezuela, 28 years of age. Two balls, 2 strikes to Neil. This one belted down the line, but foul. So he got out in front of that one.
Just a little bit.
Pirates have a win over Sanchez already this year, back on the 14th of May in Miami.
Oh, yelling down the dugout. Okay, straighten it out.
Yeah, if it was that easy, you just do it, right?
Just straighten it out. Sorry. Actually hit it pretty straight. Just pulled it. Wrong direction. So now that one you want to straighten out.
Yeah. Maybe get it up in the air a little bit more.
And when somebody pops up, that's when you should yell, okay, just straighten it out.
Back on the 14th. Through 92 pitches. Went 7 innings, as he will do often. He'll eat some innings.
Yeah, only 1 walk, gave up just 3 runs on 6 hits. I mean, he's one of the better pitchers in the league. Just maybe not as flashy, not as well known as some other guys. You look at his numbers over the last couple of years, you'll take them in your starting rotation anytime. Maybe not the wins, but that's a reflection often of how the team does when you're out there, how many runs they're going to get you. But you make 32 starts with a 3-something ERA.
Presley takes off, and Walker bangs it down the left side foul. Trying to go the other way with Dobbs playing off the line.
I mean, that's what you're looking for in the offseason. A lot of GMs, when they're looking for help with the rotation, That's exactly the kind of numbers they're looking for. Somebody that goes out there every fifth day, 3-something ERA, 6 or 7 innings with consistency, throws in maybe an 8 or 9 every now and then. That's what you're hoping to find. That's what Sanchez pretty much gives the Marlins.
And Neal strikes out looking.
He knew that. I think he knew that when the ball was about 10 feet from the glove. Because it was too late to swing, and he saw that it had it.
Well, here's the man, Andrew McCutchen. National League's leader in batting average at .371, second in home runs with 22. He is among the leaders in runs batted in also. Leads the league in runs scored, total bases, second in hits.
A tough game last night for him.
Presley takes off. The throw down is not in time, and a stolen base for Alex Presley, his 9th of the season. And it's just the second time the Pirates have been successful in swiping a base here in the month of July.
The jump. Well, it took a good jump and a nice quick slide right to the back to get in there. That was a close one.
Now man in scoring position for McCutchen.
Yeah, the offense is not the type of offense that I thought that we were going to see this year. During spring training, talked a lot about the speed that was on the club. That Tabata, Presley, McCutchen all in the same outfield, hitting at the top of the order. We're going to see a lot of steals. It hasn't turned out that way. It's a power offense now, built around the home run ball.
The home run number is 103 on the year. Pirates have homered in 10 of their last 11 games, and 21 of their last 24 they have played long ball. 3-1 to McCutchen. As far as home runs per at bat, well, you got Ryan Braun up on top, but
a couple of bucks.
Alvarez and McCutchen, and Stanton, the injured Marlin, in the middle. There's a base hit, and here comes Presley around third. 1-0 Pirates. Andrew McCutchen gives the Bucks the early lead.
You got a fastball pretty much in the middle of the plate, and the head of the bat right to it, as he so often does. Yep, that's right down the middle, and just smokes that ball in the center field. The one thing that just stands out this year about Andrew is how often he makes good contact, whether it's a base hit, an out, a home run, doesn't matter. He gets the head of the bat to the baseball. He barrels the ball.
Garrett Jones hitting .270, throw first, McCutchen back. Jones had a pair of runs batted in last night's game without the benefit of a hit. Got a ground ball out and a walk with the bases loaded. Again, Kutch diving back. Haven't seen Kutch running much lately. Like to see him running a little more. He's got 14 steals. Carlos Lee holding him on. 1-1 strike to Jones.
I was thinking about this during the game Friday, when we were talking about McCutchen not running and maybe trying to take it a little easy. Long year, he's so important. And then he ended up having to go into second and break up a double play, or try to break up a double play.
There goes Kutch. Pitches in there for a strike. Throw down is in time to get him.
Absolute perfect throw.
That's what it took to get him.
It didn't look like a bad break at all. Just a throw right on the money. Right on the bag. Quick tag. Ooh, I don't know. Might have got that back corner.
Yeah. And Jones down on strikes, but the Pirates do strike for a run on 2 hits. 1-0 after 1. Clemente, a Hall of Famer, and our PNC Achievement brought to you by PNC for the Achiever in You. Barry Larkin going in today. Ron Santo going in today, being inducted in Cooperstown. The late Ron Santo, 15 major league seasons with the Cubs and the White Sox. 5 Gold Gloves. The 4th Cub from the 60s and 70s. The others, Ernie Banks, Billy Williams, and Fergie Jenkins to be inducted. Omar Infante at the plate. 289 hitter, second baseman, the number 7 hitter in the order. 7-8-9 due up against Jeff Karstens here in the second. Strike 2. Talk about Larkin, 24th shortstop to be inducted. He's been a World Series MVP, 12-time All-Star. Right at Walker, a leaping grab, and Infante is out. Of course, Ron Santo, 15 seasons in Chicago with the Cubs and White Sox, and our own Steve Blass had the opportunity to pitch against him several times.
He was just a consummate professional, and as far as I'm concerned, he couldn't have represented his family, the city of Chicago, his ball club, and those fans any better. I don't think anybody could have done it better than Ron Santo did. And also, as far as I'm concerned, they can make that bust of Ron Santo, and all you need is his likeness, his name, and the word professional, because there was nobody more professional than Ron Santo. It was an honor to know him.
I remember doing an interview with Ron 2 seasons ago, the fall before he passed away, at Wrigley Field, and he always had good things to say about Steve Blass. Said he hit him pretty well, though.
He's a typical hitter. I don't remember the strikeouts.
Well, but we did talk about the Hall of Fame that day, I remember, and it did mean a lot to him that he hadn't been considered for it. And
it's a shame that it didn't happen before he passed away, but that's the way it went.
Ron, one of the all-time great Cubs, and certainly one of the best representatives of the Chicago Cubs franchise. Superior third baseman. Here's a one hopper to short, and Mercer will throw out the catcher, Brett Hayes.
Well, they certainly have 2 fine people going into the Hall of Fame. You know, Larkin, very deserving. He was one of those guys that certainly very consistent, and you know, that's what
became his signature move. So there's Anibal Sanchez. Pitch outside, 1-1.
Carson seems to be back in his going after the hitters, throwing strike mode. Hopefully that first inning just be a little blip on the screen.
Well, he hung a 0 up. That was the main thing. To right field, right at Garrett Jones. An 11-pitch inning this time for Jeff Karstens as he retires the Miami Marlins in order. We're at the bottom of the second inning. 1-0 Bucks. Take a look at the Rivers Casino tips to win, Bob.
Well, we've talked about the first one already a couple of times. Hitting with runners in scoring position, horrible last night. We've already taken care of that. We got one opportunity, knocked the run in, and I thought Hanrahan pitched real well Friday. Got the couple of strikeouts when he needed it. Looked like the dominant closer we've seen basically since he put a Pirate uniform on, and I think he's going to come out this afternoon and blow the fish away again.
You mentioned the runners in scoring position last night. You talk about some of the rarities in baseball. When's the last time you saw a team score 5 runs in a game, win it, and go 0 for 12 with runners in scoring position? You're just not going to see that very often, if ever. And Carlos Lee takes care of McGee. There's one out for the Pirates in the second.
I don't think that 4-run inning we had, we even got a hit. Hit at all, much less would have won in scoring position. It was kind of an odd game to watch last night, but you know, when things are going good, that's what happens. You win games like that.
Barrel Automotive, league leaders. Barrel, driven to be better. 13 home runs in day games. McCutchen right behind him with 9. Ryan Braun also with 9. And Alvarez, a base hit to left. First pitch single for Pedro.
Got good wood on that one. I love the sound of that bat when that ball comes off. Pedro always gets a great bat speed even when he goes the other direction.
Alvarez hitting over 300 in day games.
There's a blistered that one to the infield. One hop, boom, into the grass.
Pirates are 20-12 in day games, by the way. 1 out, 1 on. Michael McHenry at the plate.
A lot of that has to do with the numbers you spoke of earlier, the home runs with that guy. And runner at first, Pedro Alvarez.
Andrew McCutchen had his knee open up, looks like, when he slid. He was thrown out stealing in the first. If you're going to be a base runner, sometimes those things happen. You know, base stealer rather. You're going to get your knees chopped up a little bit. Ben Potenziano working on him. Oh, those zebra socks he's got on there?
Wow. The key there is the Z.
He wears his pants low, so we never see the zebra socks.
There's the knee. Bouncing off the ground. Boy, that was a very close play. When I first saw it, I thought, okay, he's out easy, but that was almost a flip a coin type call.
Ford pops it up right side. And Infante will make the catch behind his head. Two men out. Never too young to start shaving, apparently.
It's definitely a theme these really the last 2 years here in Pittsburgh is look like a pirate.
Well, Jack Sparrow's here.
Jack comes usually on the weekend. He'll show up. Obviously, he's a huge fan.
Captain Jack just sailed in from the Caribbean for the weekend. Jordy Mercer hit his first career triple in last night's game. Hitting .222, batting with 2 down, a man aboard. Pirates a 1-0 lead in the second. Mercer giving Clint Barmas a break today. Pirates had gone through a stretch where Mercer hadn't been used very much at all, but occasionally he'll pinch hit. We'll see him pinch run a little bit. Now getting a start today. Did start last Sunday in Milwaukee. Three of his 4 hits. He's got only 4 hits in the majors. 3 of them have been extra bases. 2 doubles. And last night's triple. Last 3 hits have all been extra base hits.
Barmas getting the day off.
Right side foul. That's one thing Clint Hurdle was talking about prior to the game today, that they've identified Barmas and Barajas as guys they really want to keep fresh. And when Barmas is fresh and playing well, that's what they need down the stretch here. Defensively, he's been very, very, very good. Offensively, the bat's starting to come around. McCutchen's still getting a little work done on the scrape on the knee. Here comes the 2-2.
You're supposed to rub some dirt on it.
Either that or
actually it's the opposite. I guess you're supposed to clean it.
Yeah, or tape an aspirin to it. Sometimes that helps. Don't try that at home, though.
I guess that's what Hanley Ramirez did. He rubbed some dirt in it.
Got it infected. Oh, that's past Dobbs. Olay into left field. Pedro around second, heading for third, and Mercer into second base.
Mr. Extra base hit.
Jordy Mercer squaring one up and hitting a rocket past Greg Dobbs at third.
So it looked like a bullfighter. Olay. I think he should have went to his backhand.
That might be what he's thinking right now.
I'm thinking that he must not have saw that ball very well. You know, daytime, you get a All the shirts in the crowd, different colors, a lot of white today with the visors on. I think he possibly just did not see that ball, or he would have went to his backhand.
Jeff Karstens a chance to help his own cause. Karstens batting 143. In the bottom of the second inning, Pirates a 1-0 lead. 1 run on 4 hits. And for Jordy Mercer, his 4th extra base hit out of his 5 major league hits. His 3rd double. Karstens a hot shot foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Came well equipped for today's ball game.
If you can't dress like a pirate, wear a parrot on your head. All that.
I came to dance with the parrot. That's not a hint for the bird in green. I don't know what it is. Strike 3 to Karstens. Pirates will leave 2, get 2 hits. Heading to the 3rd inning at PNC Park. Karstens and the Bucks with a 1-0 lead.
By your Toyota dealer, where quality, dependability, and good MPG all come standard. Toyota, moving forward. And by Day Automotive, we're going to make your day. Let's go Bucks.
Karstens and the Pirates with a 1-0 lead, and Jeff facing the top of the order, Jose Reyes, the switch hitting shortstop, who was 1 for 1 today. It'll be Reyes, then Bonifacio and Lee to face Karstens in the 3rd. Reyes a swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike to Reyes. And the 1-1 delivery from Jeff. That's strike 2, foul back. Reyes went 3 for 4 in game 1 Friday night. Just had 1 hit last night and 1 for 1 already today, so he continues to hit. And the 1-2. And the fork couldn't hang on, so Reyes will get another pitch.
Pretty good difference after that first inning with Karstens. Easy 1-2-3, went right after the hitter's last inning, and now again jumping out in front of Reyes.
To the left side, Alvarez throws him out. Nice job by Pedro, retiring Reyes. And there is one gone for the Marlins. And speaking of Marlins and fish that like salt water, one of the best places is the Bradenton area. Bradenton, Anna Maria Island, Longboat Key. Elliot Falcioni is with us from the Bradenton Area Convention and Visitors Bureau. Great seeing you again, Elliot.
Great to see you, Tim. It's great to be here.
You're sponsoring the Visors today. Good day for that.
Absolutely. Nice sunny day. Couldn't ask for a better day.
Well, tell us what's going on in Bradenton right now, in the Bradenton area.
Well, the great news is last week the city of Bradenton just finalized the deal to renovate McKechnie Field. So we are excited that this time, next spring training, you'll see brand new seats, over 2,500 additional seats, and a better fan-friendly experience.
Wow, that's going to be great. And for those who haven't been to spring training, you should make your plans to go down. And you'll probably run into Elliot at the ballpark at one time or another. But that's what McKechnie Field is going to look like after the renovation. As Bonifacio fouls this pitch back, and it's 0-2.
Being a downtown stadium like that, you're kind of handcuffed a little bit in what you can do, because it's such an old style ballpark. But it looks like with what you have to work with, it's going to be fantastic. There's something going on in the outfield, along the outfield fence.
You will be able to walk around the outfield for the first time. There'll be seats in the outfield.
And a little boardwalk type of thing, right?
Yes, sir. A little a tiki area. It's going to be a lot of fun. As you both know, it's the jewel of the state of Florida right now. It'll even get better.
A little different from when you first started playing there.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can remember what it was like before the last time it was renovated. It was definitely old style, but it is a throwback ballpark that is really a destination for any baseball fan who wants to go to see spring training games.
And what's even more excited, you can come down now and watch the Bradenton Marauders play. See Jamison Talon play, and Garrett Cole just spent some time there as well.
There's Carlos Lee, and he takes a strike. And, of course, not only the Bradenton Marauders there is one of the attractions, but how about the beaches? The beaches are awesome.
Well, Sugar White Sand Beaches, 12 miles of it. Anna Maria Island, Longboat Key is old Florida.
Carlos Lee flies out. Elliot, and we'll see you again in Bradenton.
Great to see you guys. Tell your family hello.
We'll see you at Pirate Fest.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Elliot.
Thanks, Bob.
1-0 Pirates.
They have an advantage, though, in San Francisco. You need that headgear there.
Yeah.
It's cold at night.
It is. It's been the symbol of the summer around Pittsburgh. Well, it's too bad we didn't have enough time with Ellie. We had a 1-2-3 inning. Of course, the Bradenton Area Convention and Visitors Bureau, lots to tell folks about. Presley fouls this one off. One new feature that's going to be in Bradenton, in downtown Bradenton, there's a 2-mile river walk that's going to start right near where the Twin Dolphin Marina is in downtown. They'll have a splash park, an amphitheater, a lot more restaurants, new hotels going in.
A nice little Main Street area that they've put together. It's the whole downtown area is being rejuvenated. It's not just all about the beaches anymore. It is a great place to go. A little slower pace than over on the east coast of Florida, but that's a good thing.
It's a highlight, certainly, of the year for anybody to get a chance to go down to spring training and spend some time in that area. One ball and 2 strikes to Alex Presley. Yeah, I mentioned Elliott. We'll see him at Pirate Fest. He's always up there in, well, whenever the dates are. I don't have the dates yet, December or January, whenever we're going to have it this year. But come out to Pirate Fest, you're going to see him. He'll be there, and he'll answer all your questions about the area. This one fouled off again.
Or just ask Steve.
Yeah, Steve knows. Steve knows all about the area.
He knows more about the Bradenton area than any other person that I know of.
You know, my first spring training, very first day, I spent with Steve. We went golfing and then went back to his condo, and he handed me a map. And he said, these are the 2 main streets you need to know. This is this, this is that. Here are all my numbers. You need anything, call me. He's a de facto tour guide there. Down on strikes goes Presley. Let's take a look at our Day Automotive this day in Pirates history. July 22nd, 1964. Willie Stargell hit for the cycle and drove in 3 runs in a 13-2 win over the Cardinals in St. Louis. Stargell was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1988, and yesterday had a postage stamp unveiled. Pops Plaza was buzzing yesterday, still buzzing today. One of the great honors you can have as an American citizen is to have your likeness on a postage stamp, and now Willie Stargell has his. A great looking rendition. They had the unveiling on the field. They had an unveiling for the press prior to that. I was at that yesterday. And it was neat to have Kent Tekulve there, who was the man who registered the final out in that '79 World Series, the World Series that Stargell was the MVP of. And his widow Margaret there to unveil it. That is a great looking stamp, huh? And they are available here at PNC Park on the 2nd floor of the Majestic Clubhouse store. You can buy the sheets of them. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Walker.
You know, this is a season that I think Willie would really be proud of and make him happy. Not only the Pirates winning again, but doing it in a way that he would approve. Hit that ball over the fence.
Walker down on strikes for the 2nd time. Neal strikes out. 2 men gone in the Pirate 3rd. Concourses have been busy this weekend. Last night, 39,411 here for the 11th sellout. The 5th largest crowd ever to see a game here at PNC Park was last night. We got one that's pretty close today. McCutchen with the RBI single, his 66th run batted in. Anytime you see the rotunda jam like that, you know it's going to be a big house.
And we're seeing that almost on a nightly, daily basis. They are jammed up there. Great place to, you know, a lot of times I think it's such a neat spot to go to, at least for a couple innings and watch a game. A lot of those fans up there probably have seats somewhere, but they want to go hang out on the rotunda for a while. It
is a good view. Plus, people want to say they watched the game from there for a while. It's a destination spot in the ballpark. 0-2 to McCutchen. And Anibal Sanchez strikes out the side. He has 6 strikeouts in the game so far. Heading to the 4th inning, 1-0 Buccos.
Putting double duty together today. He's pitching this afternoon, and he'll be hosting his charity event with his fiancee Jessica later tonight at Nakama on the south side. Now, I should tell you that the event is sold out, but you can still join the outdoor block party on 17th Street. It runs from 6 to 9. A few Pirates will also be joining the Cook for a Cause program, if you will, to raise money for Pirates charities and cystic fibrosis. The Pirates, Penguins, Steelers all take part in this event, and it's fun to watch them actually cook. Looks like Garrett Jones is cooking with the glove in right field, guys.
Yeah, a little highway robbery there, taking one away from Logan Morrison. And there's one down for the Fish in their half of the 4th.
Carson's back to pounding that strike zone. And just because they hit one fairly well, a lot of times they're going to be outs. Nice play. Taking it right off top of the grass.
Strike called to Ruggiano. Ruggiano walked in the first inning. Look at Nakama Express here at the ballpark. And the Karstens Cares program tonight over on the south side of Nakama.
There's a certain gypsy down in the trailer that likes to go there quite often.
Yeah. I think they have a cot for him there. There's a ground ball to Pedro, eats him up. Mercer will give it a try, but too late. Base hit for Ruggiano.
We saw Mercer rip one down there. And too hot to handle. Ruggiano the same thing. Vicious one hopper.
One out and one on. Greg Dobbs the hitter. Flying to right first time up. Flying to right with the bases loaded in the first inning. Looked like the Marlins were going to get off to a very good start, but Karstens got out of the jam. Gianno will get his lead.
Kind of what happens sometimes with better pitchers around baseball. That you might have an opportunity at them in the first couple innings, and you better take advantage. They'll settle in. Hopefully that's what is on tap for the Marlins today. Karstens will settle in and just keep putting up zeros.
Also, when you play a team that's got a bullpen that's been getting it done the way the Pirates have, the Marlins have to take advantage of any opportunity they get early in the game. Start getting later in the game gets shortened. because of the way that the Pirates bullpen has been able to shut teams down. Slowly hit to second. Walker will throw to first. Now McGee will tag him out. Well, a double play ends the inning. And we'll go to the bottom of the fourth inning when we return on Root Sports. Bucks batting in the bottom of the fourth inning against right-hander Anibal Sanchez. Well, the youngsters having a great time here today on a sunny Sunday afternoon. Temperature in the mid-80s. Garrett Jones leads off and hammers one down the right field line, but foul. That one leave the yard?
Yeah, I think that one's wet.
That one looked like it got out of here completely and down in the river.
It might not have went in a fly, but I'm pretty sure that one had enough on it to roll down the hill.
And a 1 pitch.
Did we get a boat?
There's nothing in 2 to Jones. That's the one you want to straighten out.
We know that Garrett's got about as much power as anybody. We saw that early on his first year with us. He hit some mammoth home runs. He can reach the water.
94-mile-an-hour fastball from Sanchez. Jones batting .269, 0 for 1 today. Strikeout victim in the first. In the air to short center field. Reyes, the shortstop, backpedaling. Now Bonifacio calls him off. There is 1 out. Time for a look at our AT&T Mobility Trivia question today. Pirates have 12 players in the Hall of Fame, tied for 5th most of any franchise. Which franchise has the most players in the Hall of Fame?
Well, the obvious guess for me would be Yankees. They have done the most winning over the years.
They have I think they have the most retired numbers too, so got to figure.
In the National League, I think the Cardinals have done the most winning. They got a whole bunch, but I got to think it's Yankees. But that doesn't mean it has to be the Yankees. In fact, let's go with something that's not necessarily an obvious choice. Just to play along.
Okay. What do you got?
Well, we know it's not the Red Sox or the Cubs.
No. Now keep in mind, these are players that were inducted with their team, not a guy who's played for somebody else and then was inducted in with another cap on, but inducted as that particular team.
I don't understand. I thought it is who. I thought the cap that they have on is who they were inducted as.
Right, but
they've confused me now.
Right.
It's what hat. It's what hat they're wearing on their plaque.
Yeah, there could be, like for example, Bert Blyleven just going and he pitched for the Pirates, right?
Yeah.
Some people might want to count him as a Pirate Hall of Famer, although he didn't go in as a Pirate. But I'm just trying to clarify that these are players who went in with their team. You know what I mean?
It's whatever hat is on their head on their plaque.
Correct. Gets away, and it's ball 1 to Pedro. And my initial reaction was what you first said was the Yankees.
But we got a good hint that that's not right. So I'm going to change. I'm going to go Cardinals then.
Cardinals would be a good guess. How about the Brooklyn Superbas, the Dodgers?
Charlie Dodgers.
Two-one.
They came to mind.
Pedro hammers this one down the line with foul.
The Giants could be them. Obviously it's got to be one of the teams that's been around forever, and one of the franchises that's done a lot of winning teams and best players. That kind of goes hand in hand.
Up in the air to center field, and a couple of quick innings now for Anibal Sanchez as he has retired 7 straight Pirates. 1-0 as we head to inning number 5. Pirates saying the same thing. Allegheny Sports Medicine injury update. Joey Votto underwent surgery on his left knee Tuesday. He's off crutches now, expected to miss 3 or 4 weeks. And Votto not expected to play when the Pirates are in on the next road trip in Cincinnati. We'll go to the top of the 5th inning. Pirates with a 1-0 lead, and Sanchez, Infante, beg your pardon. Sanchez will be up this inning, but third. Infante, Hayes, and then Sanchez, and it's strike 1 to Infante.
Pretty good pitcher still going right now. Very important to do well when you're in the bottom of the lineup. Every run today looks like it's going to be precious. 7, 8, 9 hitting. Make it a quick one.
Well, Jeff took care of 7, 8, 9 in order in the second inning. Second time around for 7, 8, 9 for the Marlins. Marlins have only won 4 of their last 16 games on the road. 20 and 26 on the road. And Infante down on strikes. First strikeout of the afternoon for Karstens.
Keeping the ball pretty much away, and then it did him a favor. He left this slow breaking ball over the inside half. But Infante couldn't do anything about it. A lack of speed had him still out in front. Bat went through the zone before the ball got there.
Karstens with the breaking ball for a strike to Brett Hayes.
Johnny Sain told me one time that if you can't get away with a pitch in the zone.
Mercer on the run, throws him out. Take a look at the answer to our AT&T Mobility trivia question. Pirates have 12 players in the Hall of Fame, tied for 5th most of any franchise. Which franchise has the most players in the Hall of Fame? The Giants with 23. Well, you mentioned the Giants, but
I mentioned about everybody.
We tried to mention them all in case that answer was in there somewhere. Did they hit the wrong game today?
That is kind of odd, isn't it? I'm trying to think of Giants. They were already here, weren't they?
Yeah, they've come and gone.
We've already been there.
1-2 to Sanchez, and he is out. Quick work in the top half of the 5th from Karstens. He strikes out 2. Troy, don't worry. 1-0. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. And you can cheer on the Pirates as the divisional rival Chicago Cubs come to town tomorrow through Wednesday. Plus, Wednesday is a 12:35 matinee and a PNC check card discount game. Get up to $10 off when you use your PNC check card. For tickets, go to pirates.com. Remember, 12:35 on Wednesday. Michael McHenry will lead off in the bottom of the 5th inning. After Wednesday's game, the Pirates will be on the road for a little while. 4 games with the Houston Astros. Oh, no, that's a way to get around the river, huh? Shot down to short. Reyes has it. 1 out. I mentioned Houston for 4 games, then Chicago for 3, and then Cincinnati for 3 as we get into August. And after Wednesday's 12:35 start, Pirates don't have a home game until the 6th of August against the Arizona Diamondbacks. It'll be in a 4-game series with them, and it'll be a long homestand with 4 against the Diamondbacks, 3 against the Padres, and 4 against the Dodgers. Takes you all the way to mid-August.
This is our last few games coming up here before that trading deadline. Last home games. Get off the road. I don't know. Might be a new player on that roster.
Jordy Mercer to right field. Ruggiano makes the catch.
Certainly the talk this time of year. I thought, though, that the trading would really, once the first couple were made, that would be like a dam breaking and there would be all kinds of trades going on. But it hasn't really been like that, you know, with the extra wild card team, especially after that 10-player deal.
Yeah,
a couple days ago, I thought, okay, now that's going to hit. Things are going to start going now, and not yet.
Yeah, the Astros sending one of their starters, Jay Happ, and a couple of bullpen guys, Brandon Lyon and David Carpenter.
All kinds of rumors going on every day. You read different things involving different teams, but not a lot of action yet. It's not with the leading teams.
3rd straight inning, Anibal Sanchez has set the side down in order. This time it only took him 7 pitches to do it.
Pirates Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Barrel Automotive. We're driven to be better. By PNC Bank for the achiever in you. And by Chevy Cruze, which offers EPA estimated 42 mpg highway. Let's go Bucks!
A lot of traffic on the Allegheny. Not that much traffic on the bases. 1-0 Pirates. We go to the top half of the 6th. The Marlins did have some traffic in the first inning, had the bases loaded and did not score a run. And since then, Karstens has faced the minimum 12 batters. There was a hit. Ruggiano had a base hit, but he was erased as part of an inning-ending double play in the 4th. Karstens struck out 2 of the 3 men he faced last inning. Back to the top of the order, and Reyes was 1 for 2.
2 quality starting pitchers on the mound today. It's the type of game we're getting.
Five out of 11 in the series for Jose Reyes. Yeah, that one got away. 2 balls and a strike. Reyes does such a good job in that leadoff spot. Provided some instant offense in game 1 Friday. with his 17th career leadoff home run. Pirates would win that ball game 4-3. This one is looped over toward Mercer, who makes the catch. And there is one out. Fans, you can go behind the scenes of the Pirates and our TV broadcast on our third All Access night of the season. Hear your Buccos mic'd up, go behind the scenes of the ballpark and our television truck. You'll be able to see who these gypsies are Bob keeps referring to. It's All Access night when the Pirates take on the Cubs Tuesday at 6:30 on Root Sports. Bonifacio up in the air to left field. Alex Presley makes the catch.
Carson certainly has gotten into a groove after that first inning. Outs are becoming much quicker. He's only thrown 71 pitches now here with 2 outs in the 6th. The first inning, I think he had about 25 or so alone.
Carlos Lee takes up and away. One thing that Karstens has done a good job at is not allowing the long ball. He's only given up 1 so far this year. This one's pulled foul, yanked into the stands. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
28 in the first. I was guessing 25, even more than that, but then look at that. Now that's him though. Like 11, 6, 10. Just 8.
One ball, 2 strike pitch coming to Carlos Lee. 2 outs, bases empty. He looks at it in the dirt. Now, the nice thing about Karstens, again, this is just his 8th start. Last year, Pirates got great work out of him at the beginning of the season, and then shoulder trouble knocked him down at the end. Now this year he got the injury out of the way, it seems, you hope. And the Pirates getting good use out of him here in the middle of the season, and you hope he's healthy for the stretch run. Kind of an opposite type schedule if you're trying to project for Karstens. That would just benefit the ball club if Jeff is pitching like this down the stretch.
Well, he's a great example for young pitchers to watch, emulate, whatever you want to say. That the way he goes about his business, the way he challenges the hitters with all of his pitches in that strike zone.
Ground ball. Walker is going to field it, and he will throw him out. Right through the wickets, no problem. Neil Walker picks him up. And Jeff has a good chuckle out of that one. 1-0 Pirates. More great shots from the AGH cam as we get each and every telecast here on Root Sports with Dan Potash and Bob Walk. I'm Tim Neverett. Pirates batting in the bottom half of the 6th inning with a 1-0 lead. Anibal Sanchez facing the top of the order. Presley, Walker, and McCutchen. She wants a couple of runs. She's got her new visor. Visors today, courtesy of the Bradenton Area Convention and Visitors Bureau. 2-0 to Presley. It's nice to see the drawings earlier of the
that's going to be great.
Expansion of McKechnie Field. Bradenton, spring training home of the Bucks.
The attendance it seems to just climb every spring down there, and you know after this season it's going to be huge next year. They're going to need room to fit more people in that ballpark.
2-ball, 1-strike pitch. It's 3-1 to Alex.
Bradenton's been a great partner of the Pirates. No doubt about that, with the Pirate City being rebuilt years back, not that long ago. Just fantastic job there.
Presley rolls it fair down the first baseline. A foot race to the bag, and Carlos Lee wins that race. Host your next special event at the ballpark. PNC Park is perfect for corporate events, weddings, bar mitzvahs, and more. Catering options are available in the Lexus Club, the Pittsburgh Baseball Club, or the Hall of Fame Club at PNC Park. For more, call 1-800-BUY-BUCKS or visit pirates.com/PNC Park events. Hall of Fame Club is a great location. I know we've both been to a number of functions in there. Hope to break out the brooms when this one's done. If the Pirates can pull off a win today, it would be their 5th sweep. Or rather, their 4th sweep of the year. They've already swept the Cubs, Royals, and Astros. And the Pirates also looking for their first 5-game winning streak of the season. They have won 4 in a row 5 times before losing the 5th game. Walker takes high and away, and it's a 2-0 count to Neal. Pirates with the best home record in baseball at 31-14. To Walker. Pirates looking for a base runner in the 6th. Anibal Sanchez authored a no-hitter back in 2006 against Arizona. It was just his 13th major league start when he picked up his no-hitter. He also has 3 one-hitters to go along with the no-hitter. Second pitcher from Venezuela to throw a no-no. Wilson Alvarez, the White Sox, did it against Baltimore back in '91. But he had recently been sent over from the Red Sox in the deal for Josh Beckett. And Sanchez stymied the Diamondbacks. And the Ramirez little part of that. Nice play. Just 13 starts it took him, Bob. Ground ball to second. And Infante throws out Walker. Neal's 0 for 3.
We were talking before the game about his contract status. And he looked it up. He's playing out his free agency year.
Yeah, he's signed to the end of this season, making $8 million this year. So you might figure, depending on which way things go in the next week, maybe he's a guy on the trading block. Maybe the Marlins can try to get something for him or re-sign him, one or the other.
Yeah, that's a good point. Be having to make a decision about which way they're going and what their plans are for next year. Because if he just plays out the year, they don't re-sign him, they get nothing.
They're trying to fill up that place, Marlins Park. New ballpark they've got in South Florida. Andrew McCutchen has driven in the game's only run with a base hit in the first, his 66th run batted in. McCutchen's batting average currently sitting at .371, just where it was when he came into the game. And he's got himself another hit.
Barrel to the ball again.
Andrew McCutchen with his 35th multi-hit game. He's second in the league behind only Melky Cabrera of the Giants. 2-out single for Kutch.
Almost an instant replay of that first base hit. The first time up, they tried to go fastball away. It drifted right down the middle. Whack. Line drive to center. And that's exactly what just happened again. That's consistency.
Jones, a ground ball to Lee. That'll take care of the inning. Pirates, no runs, 1 hit and 1 left. On to the 7th inning. Buck still holding on to that 1-0 lead. A lot of zeros up there and a 1 for the Pirates. Their first inning run scored by Alex Presley, driven in by Andrew McCutchen, standing up so far as we get set to start the 7th inning. In front of a packed house here at PNC Park on a Sunday afternoon. First pitch to the left fielder Logan Morrison misses outside. Morrison is 0 for 2. Fielder's choice in the first inning, and then lined out to Garrett Jones in right in the 4th. Final tip for a strike, 1-1. Cubs come in tomorrow night. Right now they're losing to St. Louis 4-0 in the top of the 3rd inning at Busch Stadium. See Paul Maholm, the former Pirate, pitch Tuesday night. Cincinnati still on top of Milwaukee 2-1 in the 6th. There's the 1-2. That's past Walker into right field and a base hit to lead off the inning for Logan Morrison. See, the Buccos on the diamond now get an exclusive look at them off the field on Inside Pirates Baseball. This week, some of the league's best players weigh in on Pirates All-Stars Joel Hanrahan and Andrew McCutchen. Watch John Wehner go 5 for 5 in a game back in 1991 in our Pirate Tales, and much more. Inside Pirates Baseball tomorrow after Pirates postgame on Root Sports. Justin Ruggiano batting with nobody out and a man at first. Morrison represents the tying run. Ruggiano has himself a base hit. He's 1 for 1 with a walk. Bunts and bunts foul. And getting into the stage of the game with the Pirates bullpen as effective as they have been, Ozzie Guillen got to start thinking about taking a shot to do whatever he has to do to at least tie the game.
After the next two hitters get down in that bottom part of the lineup, Karstens has really handled those guys rather easily.
Dobbs on deck, the third baseman.
Dobbs is a tremendous pinch hitter, but he has been called to action with the injury to Ramirez. He's been starting every day.
Give Karstens some credit too today for the way that he has held the Miami base runners. Has not allowed a steal, and he's even picked off a man. Jose Reyes, the first batter of the ballgame, got a base hit. And he promptly picked him off. 2-1 to Ruggiano.
Looking down toward the bottom of the lineup, and normally you'd be fearful that they would bring Dobbs off the bench, but he's already in the ball game.
Strike to Ruggiano, evens the count at 2-2. You know, we've been watching scores with Cincinnati and St. Louis. We also have to watch the scores with Atlanta. As far as the wild card race goes, Pirates and Atlanta neck and neck. Atlanta and the Nationals splitting a doubleheader yesterday, and right now the Nationals all over the Braves, 8-0 in the fifth.
That's not just your own division right now. You got to look at the Dodgers. You got to pay attention to a number of teams.
2-2 to Ruggiano. Just missed, 3-2. Right now it's the Pirates and Atlanta with the Dodgers game and a half out. St. Louis 3 back.
They're back of Atlanta, right?
Right.
So they're actually 5 back of us. 5 in the loss column anyway.
3-2, runner goes. This one is stroked down the left field side, foul. Marlins starting the runner to stay out of a double play potentially.
Karsten's not a real big strikeout guy, especially today. If you're Ozzie Guillen, you're thinking, okay, this ball should be put into play. So I'm not worried about a strike him out, throw him out. I'm worried about a ground ball double play.
Payoff pitch, runner goes, and this one's fouled to the other side of PNC Park. Back to first goes Logan Morrison. And the best chance the Pirates have for a double play here is a line out somewhere with the runner going. On a 3-2 pitch.
Strikeout, throw him out. That'll work.
There's another one. Throw to first base. Karsten's trying to catch Morrison leaning. Morrison hasn't stolen a base this year, so he's just starting to stay ahead of the pitch. The payoff. Runner goes, swing and a miss, strike 3, throw down, and Morrison has his first stolen base of the year.
Good throw and had double play. As you said, he's not trying to steal the base. He's just trying to stay out of a double play. But the throw was high and tailed the boot.
So that will prove valuable, Morrison hopes, as he gets into scoring position. He represents the game's tying run. Top of the 7th inning, 1 out. Batter is Dobbs, who's 0 for 2. Henry prevents Morrison from moving up, and key that he does that too, because if Morrison gets down to third, then a fly ball somewhere in the outfield will tie the game.
Ball hit right up into that chest protector, didn't go anywhere.
Morrison off of second base. Karsten's got his side. And the 1-0 coming to Dobbs. That's to McGap, left center field. On the run, Presley dives and makes a sensational catch.
I don't think he caught that. I mean, I saw him reach behind him and pick the ball up off the grass. Didn't you?
I didn't see it at first look, but Ozzie Guillen obviously.
I don't know what he was reaching for, but he definitely reached behind him to pick something up. I was shocked that they called that a catch.
Well, the crew chief, Dale Scott, went out and raised a fist, pumped his fist. Now the umpires are going to discuss this.
I certainly thought he was picking something up off the grass behind him, which was the baseball, and they threw it in. But the longer this discussion goes, the more likely I think it's going to be called a catch. If somebody would have saw what I saw, they would have already spoke up.
Glove almost came off. And they're going to call this a hit. And now Clint Hurdle's going to come out and get his money's worth on this one.
I thought that because they were talking about it for so long that they were going to call it a catch. But I think why they were talking about was that was what was taking so long.
For the ball coming out of the glove. Glove almost doubles over. And there it is on the ground.
I thought I saw him picking something up off the ground, but later on. See him pick up the ball with his bare hand? That's what I saw.
Oh, base hit for Dobson. Runners at first and second with 1 out. That will be Omar Infante. Who knows? Maybe this works in the Pirates' favor, getting a forced play set up. Looking for a silver lining here. Down to Pedro. There's one. There's two.
One pitch. Get away with all the talk.
It's stretch time. Middle of the 7th. Pirates hanging on to their 1-0 lead. It just took one pitch for Karstens to erase any type of controversy whatsoever. Around the horn double play, and Jeff loves it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we invite you now to stand and join the Pirates and Major League Baseball.
What a shot. What a shot on the Allegheny today. 1-0 Pirates. We've got ourselves a pretty good ball game as Casey McGehee leads off the bottom of the 7th inning against Anibal Sanchez. A regular old pitcher's duel here this afternoon. Sanchez and Karstens. And McGehee pops it up on the right side.
In the seats.
Chasing it is Ruggiano. He'll run out of room. Logan Morrison, the left fielder, spent the entire break, and it's a long break in the 7th inning stretch, alongside Dale Scott, the crew chief at third base. And Dale entertained him the entire time, I guess. It's unusual to see an umpire allow himself to be engaged by a player for that length of time, but this went on for quite some time. I mean, during God Bless America, during Take Me Out to the Ball Game. A foul ball by McGehee. You got to wonder if Morrison was arguing about the placement of the runners. He was the runner at second base. He probably felt he would have been at third had that been a clean base hit. And McGehee has himself a clean base hit. That's going to roll the wall. McGehee around first, heading for second base, and Casey McGehee is in with a leadoff double.
Well, we certainly need to get some runs on the board to try and take away some of the stress every time they get somebody on base. Close game like this, everything is precious. A leadoff double. This is just what the doctor ordered. Nice job by Casey. Got a ball up, out over the plate. Made contact almost as the ball was right over the top of the plate. If you want to score a run, nothing better than a leadoff double. Pedro needs to get out, hook something to that right side if he doesn't knock him in himself, and at least move Casey to third.
Pedro, a little roller. They're going to let it roll foul.
I think he could have picked that ball up in fair territory and got the out.
I think you're right.
But he backs away from it right at the end and lets it go roll off into fair territory, or in the foul territory.
You want to take the out anytime you can get one, don't you? In that case.
Yeah, that's kind of we'll see how it plays out. Maybe they'll be able to get the out without the runner moving up. But if Pedro hits this one into the stands, he'll wish he would have picked that ball up earlier and thrown to first.
And Pedro launches one. Deep right field. El Toro strikes again. A 2-run homer for Alvarez. 3-0 Pirates.
Sun shines out. You know what that means. Pedro's going deep.
Home run number 21. And his 14th under the sun.
And that's the insurance we're looking for. At the 3-run lead, that's going to feel a lot more comfortable going into these last 2 innings. Oh, a lot of smiles. Look at that. Everybody's going crazy in that dugout right now. What a year.
And McHenry takes outside for a ball. Well, that looks so nice when he does that, doesn't it?
He really does just mash the ball during the day. Love to know what it is that's different. I mean, he hits home runs at night. Daytime. Oh, look at Anibal. He knew it. As soon as the ball was touched, he knew it. And he's got to try and keep it a close game.
12th home run Sanchez has given up on the year. And for Pedro,
Sanchez just hasn't got very much run support this year. There you see the daytime numbers. Wow. And that right there is one of the big reasons the Pirates have such good team numbers overall in day games.
6 of his last 10 hits have been home runs. And that is career hit number 201 for Pedro Alvarez. Got his 200th back in the second inning with the first pitch opposite field single. What does A.J. Burnett think of this? Touchdown.
In position to sweep now. All the fans are smiling.
Kid. And McKinley goes down on strikes. They're getting ready to use the Zoltan brooms. Pedro Alvarez has that game-changing ability. It's what they thought they had with him when they drafted him, and this year, boy, what a difference he has made.
We were talking, you and I, last road trip about maybe some Triple Crown stuff going on for McCutchen. It's definitely possible. His home runs, RBIs, batting average. He might be fighting his teammate for the home run part of that.
I know it. There's one behind him now. But it is terrific to see at this stage of the year 2 teammates with more than 20 home runs each in this lineup. Jordy Mercer pops it back and out of play. Pirates fans have not seen this kind of pop in the lineup in a long time. Pirates have homered in 22 of the last 25 games. 104 on the year. 3 away from last year's entire season total. One and 2 to Jordy Mercer. Jordy fouls it off. A couple of nights ago on radio doing a comparison between the 2012 Pirates and the 92 Pirates just in terms of offensive numbers. A lot of things very, very similar through the first 91 games of the year. This was on Friday night. There was one thing that was glaringly different. The 2012 Pirates have hit nearly double the number of home runs that the 92 Pirates did after the first 91 games. Ground ball to Reyes. And Mercer is out. So 2 outs in the bottom half of the 7th. The Bucks and PNC Bank are teaming up to bring you discounted PNC check card dates every Friday home game or weekday matinee game in 2012. All PNC Bank customers who use their check card get up to $10 off outfield box, lower outfield box, baseline seats, or grandstand seats. Purchase tickets at the PNC Park ticket window or visit pirates.com/PNC check card. If you know the secret handshake, they'll hook you up.
And that the sign of the Z is absolutely everywhere. You know, Western Pennsylvania, West Virginia, it's everywhere you go, you see it.
Josh Harrison a pinch hit for Jeff Karsten, so Jeff's afternoon has come to a conclusion, and a very good one for Jeff.
Another thing that I want everyone to know about that sign of the Z. You know, the cameramen aren't saying make the Z sign so we can put you on. They're taking pictures of people just doing that out of joy. It's not; those aren't set up shots. Just something that everybody does.
I told the story in last night's telecast about.
There it is. Look.
Hey, there you go. Clint Hurdle and his family out to dinner the other night. On the off night, a woman in the restaurant did a drawing of the Z hands on a napkin and gave it to him. Just wanted him to have it. So if you see him in a restaurant, he's already got one. You don't have to do another one.
I tried to do that the other day. I was doodling in the booth. When I was done, I had 6 fingers on each hand. I don't know how I did that.
I thought you drew it on the baseball the other day, didn't you?
Oh, that's right. It was on.
You put it in the sweet spot of the baseball.
Yeah. I ended up too many fingers.
Well, I guess in this case, too many fingers isn't a bad thing.
I'm gonna have to get another. Here, I got another baseball.
Yeah, you got a new plain area right there.
Right there.
Sweet spot.
Got my pen.
The pen.
I'm going to take my time this time.
Make sure you get it right. 5 fingers on each hand.
I don't know what I'm going to do with it.
So you know.
Give it to Steve. He can throw it down.
0-2, and Harrison looks that one outside. Held up on it. Pedro Alvarez, home run number 21. RBIs 57 and 58. And Harrison lifts this one deep to left field. Morrison going back on the track, makes the catch right in front of the wall. Josh gave it a ride, but the ballpark held it. The ballpark would not hold the one off the bat of El Toro. McGee a leadoff double, and then Pedro Alvarez crushes this one. And the Pirates, after 7 innings, lead it 3-0.
Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Jeep. Now get a great deal on a legendary Jeep vehicle at the Jeep Summer Clearance Event. By AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by Levin Furniture and the all-new Levin mattress stores. For a great deal on a new bed, shop Levin's. Let's go Bucks!
Pirates leading 3-0. Pedro Alvarez a little bit of a cushion. We'll go to the top half of the 8th inning. Home run number 21 for El Toro.
Jeff Karsten's 7 shutout innings. That'll bring that ERA down to 3s now.
And Jared Hughes in there now. He delivers to Donovan Solano, the pinch hitter. And Gorkis Hernandez out for defense in right field. Comes in for Garrett Jones. Solano hitting for the catcher Brett Hayes. And you'll see Austin Kearns pinch hitting for the pitcher Sanchez. 1-1 pitch. And that one is low. Wondering why you've got Hughes here in the 8th and not Grilly. Well, taking a peek at Hughes. Clint Hurdle and his staff feel very confident that they can use Hughes in one of these situations.
It's been a great addition to the bullpen. It's always nice when you would like to have it happen every year where a young guy comes up and really makes a big time contribution. And that's what's happened this year with Hughes.
Solano chops it foul. With Juan Cruz on the disabled list now, Ivan Meek is up. So Cruz would be used in a situation similar to this at times. And I asked Clint yesterday what he's planning on doing with Cruz out. He said that Hughes would be considered for that role. That's what he's doing right now, pitching in a 3-0 ball game in the 8th inning. And the Pirates, when leading after 7 innings, 46-0.
The 8th inning guys have been doing a great job, obviously. One of the best closers in the game. The kind of number you might be fortunate enough to have.
Solano out on strikes. Hughes strikes out his first victim.
Hughes, you don't really think too much about strikeouts as he comes into the ball game. You think ground balls, but sometimes that sinker can jump underneath the bat, as that one did. Right through the release, a little tooth. 2 fingers right along with the seams. There's Hanrahan in the bullpen. He's been pretty solid. I mean, more than solid, having another all-star year. But there was a little bit of a rough spot there, I thought, with his control just before the all-star game. Really thought that was vintage Hanrahan Friday night. He came into the game, and there was a couple of runners got on, a hard hit ground ball, and then another ground ball got through the infield, put him in a position where he needed strikeouts. Sure enough, he got him fairly easily. But there was an 0-2 slider, swing and a miss, and then he just was able to blow fastballs by Bonifacio to end the game.
5 for 15 as a pinch hitter. A little roller down to third. Charging is Alvarez. 2 gone. Back to the top of the order to face Jared Hughes. Jose Reyes will come up.
That's the kind of out you see Hughes get more often than not. The boring sinker in on the hand, soft ground ball hit somewhere.
When you ask him about it, would you rather have a strikeout or a ground out? It's not a case of what he would rather have. It's what he tries to get, and that's the ground out. Lives by the sinker ball. Learned it in the minor leagues and was told, you master this pitch, you'll get to the big leagues. And here he is having a fantastic rookie season.
He's kind of a specialist, and that's what you see some guys do in the bullpen. They find that niche and they flourish in it. It is so intense.
2 balls and a strike now.
Meet him out on the street somewhere, a restaurant or something. He's the nicest, most polite young man you'll ever see. You get him on the middle of that diamond, and the intensity level goes through the roof. He is a competitor.
Reyes lays down a bunt that's going to drift foul. That'll be strike 2. Yeah, got a chance to meet his dad in Denver. His dad was on the road trip in Denver. And his dad's about as big as Jared and seemed just as nice. Well, the Hughes family very proud of what Jared has been able to do. Not only throughout his entire baseball career, but here at the big league level. So the 2-2 coming to Reyes. 2 down, bases empty. In the air down the left field side, and Presley on the run makes the catch. And a 1-3 inning in the top half of the 8th inning for Jared Hughes. Pirates a 3-0 lead. Presley, Walker, and McCutchen. Top of the order coming up. ready to break out the brooms. The Pirates are. They can hang on to this 3-0 lead as they head to the bottom half of the 8th inning. 3 runs on 7 hits. No runs on 5 hits. John Buck takes over behind the plate. And pitching now for Miami is the left-hander Mike Dunn.
A pretty good afternoon for Sanchez, but something that he's had to deal with several times. Looking at his pitching log, he's got no run support. Dunn's numbers on the season, his ERA is up there a little bit, almost to the 5 number.
Alex Presley looking for his 2nd hit of the afternoon. He's 1 for 3. Stolen base and a run scored.
Look out into the bullpen right now. The Hammer is getting ready for the 9th. Right now it's still a save situation with a 3-run lead. There he is.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Definitely has
Presley.
The Pirate look about him, with the beard getting longer and longer.
I don't think he shaved his chin since spring training or before spring training. He won't shave it till the season's over. Shave the sides and whatnot, but the length of it on the chin, he'll just let it grow the whole year.
Won't even shave it when the season's over.
Now there's a pair that beats a straight.
Oh, look at that. Look at the Z going. Jack Sparrow.
Two balls, 2 strikes to Presley. Alex has hit safely in 11 of his last 15 starts. Spent a little bit of time on the disabled list, the 7-day DL for a concussion. Had a 2-game rehab stint in Indianapolis. Had 4 hits in 2 games and rejoined the team on the road trip in Denver, the first game of that series. Pirates have not won 5 straight games in the season. They're trying to do that today with a win. And if they would win, it would be their 4th series sweep of the year. Presley down on strikes, 1 gone as Dunn strikes out Alex Presley.
Very fancy, right down the middle.
Country fastball from Mike Dunn. Challenged him. Walker looking for a hit. He's 0 for 3. Haven't seen this very often this month. In fact, only 1 other time. That was in a game in Colorado when he broke up his 17-game hitting streak, taking an 0 for 4.
A lot of hits for the Pirates this last 2 days. 7 today.
A 1 from Dunn. Neal batting right-handed for the first time today.
Look at this catcher's mask that Buck is sporting. That is pretty amazing.
South Florida artwork.
Yeah, that's what South Florida is all about. Get the colors in there.
Kind of looks like the structure in left center field at their ballpark.
I was going to say, it reminds me of their new ballpark. Very high tech, flashy. That's how the ballpark is.
There's the 1-2, and Walker ropes this one foul.
What do they call that structure that's out there?
It's the home run sculpture.
Home run sculpture.
Yeah, it was done by a local artist.
It's something to see when you get down there. You almost hope that they'll hit a home run so you can watch it do its thing.
He's got his eye on the umpire.
Yeah, that's that V thing that they do when they get a base hit. They flash to the dugout.
Right.
They put the fingers up over their eyes. I don't recall now the meaning behind it, but it's kind of like their version of the Z. You can see the fingers.
Yeah, but if you're Dan Iassogna, the home plate umpire, he might be a little creepy. An eyeball staring at you the whole game. Walker to right field, and this will go foul. That's definitely a first, though, to see an eyeball in the back of a catcher's helmet. Marlins Park is a neat place. It's far better than the football stadium they played in.
It's rather unique. It's definitely worth a trip to the ball game. You find yourself in South Florida.
Retractable roof stadium. And the home run sculpture we're talking about looks like this. Yep.
That's what happens when a Marlin hits a home run. It just goes crazy. Kind of reminds me of the old Astrodome a little bit. They had a similar type deal in the old days when the Astros would hit a home run, and have a guy with a couple of 6-shooters and then all kinds of things go. Get all kinds of noise. Not quite as elaborate as the home run sculpture.
Was that in black and white or color? Remember?
Oh, it was color. I always liked the Astrodome. I'm pretty sure I was in the minority, but it was a neat place. It was different. You know, there wasn't so many domes back. Obviously, when they built that place.
Well, when you look at the Astrodome now, we drive by it on the way to the team hotel and we go to Houston. We'll be there this week. The Astrodome sits right next to Reliance Stadium where the Houston Texans play. You could fit the Astrodome inside Reliance Stadium. You could look at it from the parking lot, feel like you could pick it up and just drop it in. And when the Astrodome was built, it was the 8th wonder of the world. But now,
not so much.
It has a lot of boat shows, things like that. Payoff pitch. And again, Walker fighting Mike Dunn.
Pretty good battle going. Walker wanting to get this base hit. That batting average up over 300, sitting at 298.
Dunn ready to deliver. And the 3-2. He struck out Neal. Walker down for the 3rd time today on strikes. He's 0 for 4. If you're hitting the road, take the Pirates with you this season. Subscribe to MLB.tv today to see every Pirates out-of-market game live online and on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit Pirates.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv. Baseball everywhere. And Ozzie Guillen comes out to get the left-hander done. There's a pitching change at PNC Park. 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th. 3-0 Buccos. That's what it says on the other ear, I guess. Nissan Road ahead. Cubs are in tomorrow night. Jeff Samardzija will throw against the left-hander Eric Bedard, and former Bucko Paul Maholm Tuesday against James McDonald. Wednesday, the 12:30 matinee, Ryan Dempster against Kevin Correa. Sure, Nissan Road ahead. Pirates' next 3 games.
Big rumor there for a while is Dempster going to the Dodgers. Read today, though, they're off Dempster and they're looking at Garza.
Yeah, Garza left the game yesterday. Here's Steve Cishek. Cishek will take over. His job to get McCutchen. McCutchen is 2 for 3. And he delivers ball 1. So Dunn comes in, goes 2/3 of an inning, strikes out 2, and the numbers on Cishek right there. Breaking ball stood up McCutchen momentarily. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Seems like McCutchen's batting average just doesn't change hardly ever anymore. Once it got up into those low 370s, it just kind of sits there. Got 2 hits today. And that's obviously what does happen. It's tougher and tougher to get it to move up the higher you get. If you're hitting 240 and get a couple of knocks in a game, has an effect. But when you're starting to push 400, not so much. It doesn't move. Needs to have one of those 4 for 4 games.
That would move it a little bit.
That'll get it going.
5 for 5, 4 for 4, a few 3 for 4s, things like that. That'll get it going a little bit. You're right, it just sort of stagnated. He did come in 371. He's at 373. And now strikes out. So the side struck out by 2 Marlins relievers. We go to the top of the 9th. It is hammer time. Joel Hanrahan trying to help the Bucs break out the brooms against the Marlins.
On Root Sports is brought to you by Subway Restaurants. Open at 7 a.m. for breakfast, lunch, or whatever you need to fuel your day. Subway, where winners eat. Let's go Bucs!
Pirates trying to wrap up a 3-game sweep, leading 3-0. Jeff Karsten, 7 shutout innings today. Hughes, an inning of scoreless and hitless relief. And now it's up to the hammer, Joel Hanrahan, as he searches for his 28th save.
On the batting average down to 169. 41 Ks. Just 37 innings.
Hanrahan will face 2, 3, and 4 in the Marlins order. Bonifacio, Lee, and Morrison. Pitch misses for a ball. 95 on the gun. We'll keep Keep an eye on the fastball. Keep an eye on the slider, especially to the left-handed hitters. And Morrison coming up as a lefty, and switch hitter Bonifacio batting lefty.
3-run lead. Hammer the strike zone. No free passes.
So far, he's been very consistent in the velocity, 95 with each pitch so far. See if he goes to the slider for the put-away pitch. He tried it. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Bonifacio, who has 1 hit and 3 trips.
If he puts that slider in between the catcher, McHenry, this case, and home plate, then he's going to get a swing. When it bounces out in front of the plate, that gives the opportunity to the hitter to see it a little earlier and be able to lay off. But when he's trying to strike somebody out with that slider, that's his target area, is that little patch of dirt in between the catcher, whoever it may be, and home plate.
Hanrahan tied for the 3rd most saves in Major League Baseball. And has a full count on Bonifacio.
Nobody walks. Got to make these guys hit their way on if they're going to get on. You get that 3-run lead. Don't do them any favors.
Carlos Lee on deck.
Keep the tying run away from home plate.
Popped up, shallow left. Fighting the sky was Presley, makes the catch for the first out.
That's it right there. Just fire that ball in there. You got good stuff. Throw strikes. If they're going to get on base, it's got to be a hit.
Hanrahan 3rd all time with 41 saves at PNC Park. Matt Capps next on the list with 43, so just 2 behind him, trying to move within 1. Top of the 9th inning in Cincinnati. The Reds winning again, and 2-1 over Milwaukee. Milwaukee trying to put one on the board in the top half of the 9th inning. The Reds have been very good in spite of the absence of Joey Votto. Down to Alvarez. Over to Mercer. Got him.
Got him by a step and a half.
That's your basic 5-6-3 putout right there.
Can you name that tune? Wasn't even close.
Well, 2 men are out of the Pirates now, and out away from sweeping the Marlins. Logan Morrison at the plate. There's ball 1 high. Hanrahan has saves in 7 straight appearances. 73 career saves as a Pirate. Morrison takes that fastball, and it's 1-1. Ready to put those to some use. And now the Pirates are a strike away. The Marlins on the verge of losing their 5th straight. The Pirates on the. Everybody's on their feet. Two balls, 2 strikes to Morrison.
Off the mark with that slider.
Pirates have been incredible at home. looking for their 32nd win against 14 losses, the best home record in Major League Baseball. 2-2. Fouled it back. Up on the rotunda, they want it. Over by the bow tie bar, they want it. That guy's trying to deliver it to him today. That's your ball game. Hanrahan strikes out Morrison, gets the side in order. The Pirates have won 5 straight. They go to a season best 14 games over 500 at 54-40. And Jeff Karstens picks up his 3rd win. Hanrahan his 28th save, and the Pirates have picked up their 4th sweep. They got the Cubs, the Royals, the Astros, and now Ozzie Guillen's Marlins.
Another good start this afternoon from a pitcher. I think that's important. We can't lose sight, even though we're getting all this great offense, that it was the starting pitching that kind of got us here to begin with. And it's the starting pitching that has to stay strong for this club to get to the postseason. Great job today by Karstens, 7 shutout innings. And I thought you made a good point today when you talked about Karstens only making his 8th start of the year. Hopefully he's going to be a real fresh arm going down that stretch.
3-0. Karstens gets the shutout victory here today, helped out by Hughes and Hanrahan in the bullpen. And this big crowd of better than 34,000 goes home happy on this Sunday afternoon. Let's check in with our guys downstairs in section 103, Rob King and Kent Tekulve.
Tim and Bob, thanks very much. The Buccos now 21-4 in their last 25 home games. We imagine what this ballpark would be like when it was built to play meaningful games in front of packed houses. We're finding out now it's really exciting to be here.
It is exciting to be here, and you watch this team. We talked about it last night. Paul and I did on the postgame about if you win today, you separate yourself by 500 by 3 more games. If you lose today, you only gain 1 in the series. Well, they got 3 in the pocket. Now they're heading to another series against the Chicago Cubs, where they very well could pick up 2 of 3, or maybe 3 of 3.
All right, the Pirates continue to have good things, and how about Pedro Alvarez continues to do good things when the sun is shining, especially Dan Potash standing by with Pedro Alvarez. Danny.
All right, Rob King, that is very true. Pedro Alvarez with his 21st home run of the season. However, it's your 14th round tripper during the day. Now, I get it. I've asked you about this before. You don't know why you hit more home runs during the day. But with Wednesday's game coming at 12:35, are you just looking forward to playing under the sunlight once again?
I'm just looking forward to playing another game.
But hitting home runs during the day doesn't have you opening up your eyes a little bit wider?
It's just a coincidence.
All right, how about this one? The victory this afternoon gives the Pirates their 32nd victory at home. You're 32-14 at home, the best home record in all of baseball. And you also get your 4th series sweep of the year. Are you making it difficult for other teams to kind of come in here? Are you getting in their heads a little bit?
I think we play really good baseball here, and it's easy to play when we have such good fans, and I think they do a pretty good job of getting on the other team.
I'm going to go back to the home runs for a second, but it has nothing to do with the daylight. You have 21. Andrew McCutchen has 22. The first Pirate duo to have over 20 home runs through 92 games, now at 94. How much fun are you having with him? Is it a friendly competition?
A little bit.
Oh, I got a smile, yeah.
No, we're just having a lot of fun playing. We do such a good job of pushing each other, and it's just 25 brothers on this team, and we just have a lot of fun playing with each other.
Pedro, thank you.
Thank you.
El Toro has spoken. Guys, it's all yours.
Dan and Pedro, thanks very much. And Pedro Alvarez supplied the cushion that the Pirates needed to get them through the last couple innings, or certainly enjoyed anyway. They didn't really wind up needing it, but our Jimmy John's delivery of the game, the work of Jeff Karstens, labored through a first inning. Looked to me like he was getting squeezed a little in the strike zone. 31 pitches he threw, and then after that just had it on cruise control and was able to get through 7 scoreless innings today.
Well, it's what we've come to expect from Jeff Karstens over the year, is the fact that he is going to be consistent. Again today, 7 innings. You're right. He probably got squeezed a little bit in the first inning. Didn't bother him a bit. Didn't move him away from what he was doing. He continued to do what Jeff Karstens does. change speeds, mix pitches, throw him where he wants to, keep the hitters off balance, that slow curveball that he uses. He had the whole package going today, and 7 shutout innings, even if you went through a rough first inning, is not a bad way to end up your day.
Well, we're interested in the here and now, but the Pirates today with their victory became just the 6th franchise in baseball history to get 9,700 wins. That's a lot of wins. This guy saved a lot of them, and he's going to be around over the next 45 minutes or so as we put a wrap on this game. Pirates postgame presented by Allegheny Sports Medicine is coming up. We will have extended highlights from the Pirates' sweep over the Marlins, their series-high 5th victory, or season-high 5th victory in a row. Post-game reaction, Ask Teak, our minor league update, a lot coming your way on Pirates postgame presented by Allegheny Sports Medicine.